so you don't sell anything. You can't pay off a politician. You can't have the drug company influence people. Say a big drug company finds out that celery juice lowers blood pressure. Why make that available? You can't sell it, you can't make money, so they make these pills where you get $3 a piece for it. You can't make money telling the public, live naturally, try not to spray poisons on your food. You can't make money doing that. So the system is inherently corrupt. Now, people don't use drugs unless they're stressed out, unless they don't feel good and they take it, makes them feel better. In the future, all kids, all people, today I notice a lot of kids hanging out in America in malls. There should be art centers, music centers, cultural centers for them to go. There's no place to go. So the kids, if they better try pot, they try it because, and the kids today are really fucked up badly. They're running needles through their tongues, hanging things through their ears. They might as well put a bone through their nose, like the old timers. So they don't know what's important. They want to belong to a group. And when you do that, you put some metal plate through your tongue or your lip, you identify with a group. That's the same as Indians dancing around a fire with a feathered hat, la 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 la, while they dance around. You say, that's ridiculous doing that. The Indian doesn't say, you know, I never thought of it that way. That's very interesting. He gets mad at you because people are brought up to believe that what they do is good. Like the Afro-Americans in Africa, they weave their hair. They spend hours doing that. That's a nothing thing. A something thing is education on how to increase agricultural yield, not weaving the hair for 3 hours. So really, people don't know what's significant. Now, I want to tell some of you this. If you beat a drum on the left side of a person, and on this side, boom, 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 that causes the muscles of this leg to move very slightly. And if you put the drum on the other side, and hence you get this. Hey man, that's really cool. Dancing is a nothing thing, but people move around with each other, and you think it means something. You're brought up that way. The book called Thorstein Veblen's Theory of the Leisure Class, I'm sure it isn't in most of your schools. He said that wealthy people in the old days used to hire many people to stay in the hallway like that. The more people you had doing nothing, the more respect you commanded. But these people just wipe their nose on their sleeve. So a guy put buttons along there and turned it. It didn't work. So they put buttons all around the sleeve. That's how come men have buttons on their jackets which do nothing. Now, Thorstein Veblen said if a girl was born with a sloping chin, a person in a high place, she designed garments that stuck up like that, so you couldn't see the sloping chin. And everybody in the court wanted one. And then when smallpox pocked the face, the important people had veils designed, so you couldn't see the detail of the skin. And everybody in the court wanted a veil. I'm trying to tell you that people are loused up by society. The world I'm talking about, if you love art, you can go to school, you don't need money. You can study anything you want to study. And some people think that Fresco thinks more about machines than he does people. That's a lie. I want to tell you about the machines I'm talking about. When I was a kid, people used to look out of an airplane and say, I'm about a mile high. Today there's Doppler radar. It hits the earth, comes back, and tells you exactly how high you are. No man can do that. We don't have that kind of ability. So I want to put that in all airplanes. It's already in most airplanes. Because man can't do that. About 9 months ago, computers were able to handle 1,000 trillion bits of information per second. No group of humans can do that. I don't care what heredity or school they went to. That's why I talk of machine government. Not to rule out people. People can't keep tab on all the world's resources, malaria, ocean currents, hurricanes. We can't do it. So the future machines will not, I want to repeat this, will not control people. Only production of goods and services, making it available to people. That's transportation, farming, but they will not control people. However, Hollywood makes movies of the robot choking the designer. Or you go see Star Wars, and there they're using laser weapons. They're the same cowboys and Indians in space. They can't conceive of a future of peaceful living and smart kids. Kids always want to know, Daddy, what makes it rain? Daddy, what keeps the moon up there? And you give them the Mickey Mouse Club. Or you give them some other crap like Cinderella, who touches a white rat and becomes a horse. If you fill the kids' minds with garbage like that, what can you expect in the future? So kids want to know everything. They want to know how the electric light works, why there are people living in old broken houses, and Daddy says, there'll always be the poor amongst us. But what about killing, war? Well, there'll always be wars and rumors of wars. It says so in the Bible. I got no use for those statements. Just say, I can't conceive of a world without war. I can't even visualize it. When you ask a normal person if they were honest and brought up in a good, healthy environment, you'd think we'll ever get to the moon. They would say, I know nothing about rockets. I don't even know how man would survive in space. I cannot answer that. I don't know. But everybody can answer anything. Yes?
Sorry. Years ago I heard about bacteria being developed and to get rid of toxic spills, nuclear waste, stuff like that. Do you have any idea how far these developments are proceeding at this point?
We don't know how far that development is proceeding at this point to clean up bacteria, to clean up toxic waste.
They are using it experimentally, but that isn't the problem. The real toxic waste is the mind of man. If you don't change that, you're going to have all one thing after the other to work on. We want to work on the whole environment as an operation. The cities of the future around, those of you that have seen them, the middle of the city has everything, medical care, school. So if you live adjacent, if you work in a medical center, there are houses there for you. And the way the trees are arranged, you can't see another house. It's a slow S. And there's brooks and ponds and waterfalls. And you can't see the industrial buildings. And all industrial buildings are equipped with a guy named Cottrell, about 80 years ago, designed a Cottrell precipitator, where dust and smoke go past two parallel plates and become charged. And when they get to the next set of plates, they're attracted to it. So just warm air comes out of all factories, no more smoke. 80 years ago, I've only seen it on 2 factories in the world. No. Why? Because they don't have to do that. If politicians knew about technology, they don't know anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They may be nice guys too, which I doubt, but they don't really know anything. So if you elect people to political office, or you elect military people in the Pentagon, or else they grow by being there, the Pentagon thinks a certain way. So they give Army and Navy the latest technical equipment. They had that at Pearl Harbor. And 2 soldiers using radar said, there's a bunch of planes coming toward Pearl Harbor. So they told it to a captain. Yeah, they're probably our planes. And that was a Japanese attack. Then we have all kinds of military bases. And these people hijacked 2 airplanes, more than 2 really, and flew into the towers. So you say, why are those damn Arabs making weapons? Why are the North Korea building armies, marching in rockets and all that? Why is China doing that? I'm going to try to tell you why. There's a newspaper in England called The Telegraph. Don't take my word for it, you can write for it. Headlines: U.S. intends to bomb nuclear 7 cities. How many of you knew about that? Not one hand. Oh yeah, one hand. U.S. intends to bomb